Imagine a world where an ideology, so powerful and so destructive, manages to rise from the ashes of a broken nation, only to bring about one of the darkest periods in human history. This is the tale of the Third Reich, the Nazi regime that left an indelible mark on the pages of history. In the early 1930s, Germany was but a shadow of its former self. The Treaty of Versailles had left the once proud nation crippled and humiliated. The economic crisis, the political instability, and the social unrest all were fertile ground for the rise of a new power. Amid this chaos, a man named Adolf Hitler saw an opportunity, and with his National Socialist German Workers' Party, he began to reshape Germany in his image. Hitler's charisma and his promises of a brighter future drew the masses towards him. In 1933, he seized power and the Third Reich was born. Propaganda became a tool of control, and the Nazi ideology quickly permeated every aspect of German life. The regime promoted the idea of racial purity, laying the groundwork for the horrors that were to come. As the 1930s progressed, the Nazis began to implement their policies of racial superiority. The infamous Nuremberg laws stripped Jews of their rights and marked the beginning of a systematic campaign of dehumanization. The outbreak of World War II in 1939 gave the Nazis the cover they needed to escalate their plans. Concentration camps began to appear across Europe, each one a testament to the Nazis' brutal efficiency. Here, millions of innocent lives were lost, victims of a regime that saw them as less than human. Despite the atrocities being committed, the Third Reich seemed unstoppable. But as the tide of the war began to turn, cracks in the Nazi facade started to show. The Allied forces, driven by a desire to end the Nazi reign of terror, began to push back. By 1945, the Third Reich was on its knees. Hitler's dream of a 1,000-year Reich had crumbled in just 12 years. On April 30th, 1945, Hitler committed suicide in his bunker in Berlin, marking the end of the Nazi regime. The fall of the Third Reich brought to light the true extent of the Nazi atrocities. The world was shocked by the discovery of the concentration camps and the evidence of systematic genocide. The Nuremberg trials held those responsible to account, but the scars left by the Third Reich remain visible to this day. So we've journeyed through the rise and fall of the Third Reich, from its inception in the ashes of post-World War I Germany, through the implementation of Nazi racial policies and the horrors of the concentration camps, to its ultimate demise at the end of World War II. We've seen how propaganda can be used to control and manipulate, and how an ideology of hate can lead to unimaginable atrocities. The story of the Third Reich is a stark reminder of the depths to which humanity can sink, but also of our capacity to stand against such darkness. It's a chapter of our history that must never be forgotten.